In this video, I will show you guys how to complete the first question in the Chapter 2 homework, which is in my accounting lab. So Chapter 2 is job order costing, and with this question, you're required to put in journal entries according to the information that is in the data table. So it says Easy Packs manufactures backpacks. Its plant records include the following materials related data. And so you've got the data table. It's got a beginning balance in raw materials inventory of 37,000, and we purchased more canvas on account, 67,000. Purchases of sewing machine lubricating oil on account, 1,800. And then it tells us some materials that were requested to be put into production. So managerial accounting, we are making the product that we're selling. So we've got to put all of these transactions into journal entries. So the first thing, it says journalize the entries. Begin by recording the journal entry for the purchase of materials. So it's talking about these purchases right here, purchases of canvas and the purchases of the lubricating oil on account. So that's going to go into an inventory account called raw materials inventory. You've got several different inventory accounts with job order costing, okay? Versus in 120 for merchandising companies, you only had one. You only had one inventory account. That's because everything that we sold in 120, it was already made. In this class, managerial accounting, we're making the product that we're selling. So we need multiple inventory accounts. So let me pull up the calculator. And 67,000 were purchases of canvas, and $1,800 were purchases of the lubricating oil. So total raw materials, 68,800. And it says that was purchased on account. See, on account, on account. So accounts payable. And purchased materials accumulated in raw materials. Okay, so that takes care of that first journal entry. The second one, now record a single journal entry for the materials used. So we used some canvas, 58,000, and we used some sewing machine lubricating oil, $250 worth. Okay, so we're going to debit an account called work in process inventory for all direct materials used in production. So the canvas is considered a direct material. Direct materials are materials that we can easily trace to a product. Okay, we can easily determine how much canvas it takes to make one book bag. So canvas is a direct material. The oil is going to go in an account called manufacturing overhead because the oil is a indirect material. Okay, indirect material. And the credit, these materials came out of the raw materials inventory account. So then you're just going to add 58,000, $58,250. You'll just add the two balances together. And the description, used materials, direct materials were assigned to work in process, which is the canvas. And the indirect materials, which is the oil, is hard to trace oil to the production of a book bag. So that is an indirect material, and that accumulates in an account called manufacturing overhead. Okay. Now the next part of this question, you're going to post to the T account. So you've got the balance, 37,000. Items that were purchased, 68,800. Raw materials that were used, that's the canvas and the oil, and your ending balance. Which comes out to be 47,550. Okay, so hopefully this helps with the first question of the homework. Really, doing the journal entries, making sure you know what is considered a direct material, which goes into work in process inventory, and what is an indirect material, which gets accumulated into an account called manufacturing overhead.